Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to more fun in Railroader. Ragtimer here, you there? Glad to have you here. On tonight's fun, we now have this to play with. This is a set of E-units that was just uploaded on Nexus a few days ago. General spent a fair bit of time yesterday tweaking them to what we like, and we've decided that this is the scheme we want to go with. So, voila. Here we is, and it's beautiful. So even though these are passenger engines, we're going to use this initially with some freight stuff. But we have a couple of things to get us started today. First things first, we'll get the E-units out on the road here. We got our ABBA set. Connelly Creek needs to have some log cars pulled around. We've got a couple of loads ready. We've got some stuff that needs to be taken up. We have to go back to Montrose to get some stuff sorted out over there. General was switching around yesterday. Kirkland is continuing to get more and more cars. So we need to start addressing, there's a little bit of switching I think that we have to do left there. No, actually looks like that's done. But we can at least get those cars down. And then I have sent number 409, a.k.a. Skookum, over to Bryson because that's going to start running the Walker branch. So we'll need to purchase some cars and get the Walker branch set up and starting to operate. So fair amount to do. Thankfully, the eastern end of the railroad, basically Dillsboro over and Upper Coe, is for the most part A-OK. The passenger train's out of the way. So we'll get started with that, and we'll see what happens here. And also, I should say thank you to Thorin1234 over on Twitch for resubscribing at Tier 1 for 3 months as a subscriber over there. And a huge thank you to Barrett Heil, who's been a member for 21, saying E-unit time, aw ye. Exactly. And Garion's here as well. Garion is watching from afar, but here with us. So we're going to start by taking this lovely E-unit train over to Kirkland. We're going to go ahead and get that coal down. We're going to take it to Bryson to at least give us something to do here. And we'll kind of go from there. Hopefully everyone's had a decent day. I've been kept busy. I've been working on taxes. Yay, taxes. And I've also been working on a few other things too, so we'll see how that do. But let's get the cabbage train here moving and see what shenanigans we get up to. Once we get this over, we'll probably go ahead and take number 410 up the hill with some empty log cars to get those going, because the sawmill is just absorbing all of the logs. Anything we bring down, it immediately absorbs. Literally, if you look at the sawmill, it has already sucked up everything that we just gave it, so we need to keep it going. Oh, wait. Hold on. Stop. Dump! What the hell? That switch should not have been left like that. So, well, I'm glad we caught that before we ran right into our cordwood cut. That keeps it fun. And this was personal taxes, Killer Ova. You know, the kind that the government wants your money and they need it now. And they won't tell you what you need to pay, so you need to figure out yourself. That was me last night? Never. Never happened. All right. Oh, that's because the switch is on this side. Tee-hee-hee. All right. There we go. Why are all my pastors named Cole? Because that's how their parents named them. Pastor Spassenger, we got Cole to pull. Exactly. Alrighty. And Paulo Cruz, good to have you here. Build a Funky, hello. Nicholas Manzo, hello. Barrett House. Southern 49, what up? Angry, those E-units are worth having. Yes. Yes, they are. Let's make sure that switch is reset behind us as we leave the sawmill. Just going to call it the banana split. Well, whatever you want to call it. It'll work the way it needs to either way. Speaking of switches, let's make sure that that switch is normalized. Yes. Okay. There we go. And as we leave the sawmill, our frames reappear. So we'll be good to go. Alrighty. And CB Train Robber, good to have you here. Will there be another update to my mod pack? I'm thinking we may release the pack of what we have minus the modded Bryson yard, but I haven't had a chance to work on that because I've been focused on other stuff recently. So we'll see. So we'll see. I know people have been asking about it. I just need to get everything organized. But all the mods that you're seeing right now are currently up on Nexus, so they're all publicly available. The only thing we have as private is the Bryson Yard. So. Okay. I think we're going fast enough. 41 miles an hour is definitely a good speed. Okay. I've also been trying to figure out how we can rebalance some of the power we have in game. Because right now, we have mega power for the road trains, and then either too much or too little of power for some of the smaller industries. So starting to try to move some stuff around again. Taking Skookum over to Bryson has been on the list. So then we'll have a dedicated logging locomotive on each end. I think we're also going to move one of the diesel switchers, probably the Baldwin that's been over in the shop in Whittier, just to act as the switcher for Bryson and also to help, with stuff as they need to. We'll also see what else we can do, because I feel like if we have like one or two locomotives at each terminal, and we called terminals basically like Bryson, Whittier, Silva, then we'll be good. And obviously we got the number 20 down in Silva that's kind of holding down the fort there. So we'll see. That may end us leading to either scrapping or switching around some of the locomotives we have, but we'll see. Because the other big question is, do we expand our railroad to the point that we run up to Alarka Junction to get Robinson coal? And if we do that, are we trying to be masochist? Do we add any other things? We'll see. Yes, Garian, one of the two smaller engines is at Bryson right now, but I think, I don't know. Those starter engines, that's just kind of been floating around for a while. And I'm kind of meh with that little 260. I mean, it's it's fine, but it needs a purpose. We don't have a purpose for it right now. And I want to try to use that Baldwin diesel a little more. So maybe I have ulterior motives. All right, so we're getting into Ela here. Okay, so I'm going to grab as many of those coal cars as I can. And AstroCat saying, "Hi, Ingrid, I've been working on this project, and your stream is perfect for background podcast type thing. Also, banana split locomotive." Yes. Well, I'm glad you enjoy it. Okay. So let's see. We'll slow down. Now, the other big thing that we have to remember is we also have to work on getting stuff like signals and other upgrades to the line, because we're at the point now that we do have... Wait, hold on. Am I still in... Hold on. What mode am I in? Ah! You gotta be kidding me. Give me 1 second here. I'm gonna reset. I thought I had these all figured out and already switched over, but apparently I was dinking around before the stream and I did not know what the heck I was doing. So, give me a moment to reload here and we'll be good to go. I'm having a error. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Let us go. And go well. Let me just make sure. Okay, there was an error that popped up for the first time. But I'm not sure what happened, but we'll see. And, hey, Angry, why don't you set up your interchange trains? Well, this is what's going to be happening, is we're going to be taking stuff over to Silva Interchange, but we're going to go ahead and have it where the diesels are going to pull this west to Bryson, and then they'll turn around and then prepare for an eastbound run once we have a bit more cars to take. But we have some smaller stuff in the meanwhile that we also need to do, so we'll get a bunch of stuff ironed out and taken care of today. How much of a load was that AVBA set? We just replaced the F units with E units because General can also see them now, which was a major problem before. So, but for those who are wondering and might be watching for the first time, we do have a system in the game that if you would like to become an investor on our railroad, if you donate $25 or the equivalent in like a membership or anything like that, super chat, whatever, then you get to say, okay, I'm sponsoring this piece of equipment. It could be a steam locomotive, a diesel, freight car, passenger car, whatever you either feel like the railroad might need or something that might be funny. And then that'll obviously impact the game here. So we'll see how that all plays together if you want to do that. But right now, we're at a pretty decent point where we have a decent amount of equipment, so we're not exactly hurting for power. And yes, Gary over on Twitch is confirming that it's also 2,500 bits over on Twitch if you're looking for an equivalent if you're on Twitch. So okay. And Highland Winterwolf, we're good. Welcome. All right. The other thing is, I know we've been operating without caboose. Casbis. Should we make our lives more difficult and purposely have to include them? It's another question. I'm not sure what the answer is. Okay. Do they have mods for BP-20 or just the EMDE units? I've only seen the EMDE units. I might have missed the others, but the E units got dropped a few days ago, and they were shown off originally on WNCRR's stream. So, all right, let's dump this train. Good. Okay, let's get these cars released. Okay. All right. As they say in the old country, pull forward. We'll go ahead and build our big train here, and there are no other cars that need to go up to Kirkland from this area. We do have to take a hopper back to Kirkland to fill up to get the coal tower at Bryson loaded up. But, yeah, that's what I'm thinking is, like, long freights, like, those that go, like, the entire run of the railroad could be fun. Just to, like, okay, if you're running from Bryson to Silva with stops, you have to have a caboose on and then tack on cars as you have them. It might be a major pain in the butt, but it also could be kind of fun. So, you know, just one of those things. Okay. Let's go ahead and bring this puppy back. Now the question is, as I'm working, will any more hoppers drop? We'll see. Passenger train. The passenger train's currently down at Silva. And it's just kind of sitting there because we don't know if Midland will show up or not. What kind of E's are these? I think they're E3s or E5s. Oh, that was a solid clunk. Okay. All right, perfect. Empties in the middle of a heavy cut of coal. Not a problem. All right. And, of course, there goes a car, a hopper. So, let's 3 months ain't logging it easier. Two things that don't really go together. Yeah, but, you know, why not? It's our world. We could do what we want. God can't tell us what to do because we are God. Okay. Now the question is, will I be able to back up and get that one coal hopper just because I want it? At this point, it's just out of spite. I gotta take all the cars. A Fizzle Penzido, I've not personally seen any shark noses or babyface Baldwins in there. They could be, but from what I've seen on Nexus, I didn't see them. So, who knows? Okay. So, Angry, how are you liking the units? So far, so good. We haven't run them off the rails. We haven't done anything too silly. But, we'll see. I'm also happy to report I did go to the doctor this morning, and they gave me some medicine for... I've been a little under the weather the past, 2 weeks. So, finally gave me some medicine. Hopefully should knock whatever is in my system out. So, I'm eagerly looking forward to becoming a healthy human being again. Okay. Let's see, with 4,500 pounds, or 4,500 tons, can I back this puppy up to get that one hopper? Can I? Will I? Should I? The brakes are coming off. What that engine do? Oh, we will go backwards. Well, that's just excellent. Look at all this power we have, this raw power. And Hungarian sounds good. No rush on there. I know I kind of started early tonight because I didn't feel like working on my taxes any longer. Okay. And Penzi Joe saying, I'm curious if the devs would do something before official final release where they could do add-on packs with the modding community and split 50-50 profits on Steam. I don't know. Maybe. I'm not sure how that all is working together, but yeah. Okay, let's get that car roped in, and let's go. All right. Go, train, go. Let's go. Alrighty, so we've got most of the Kirkland stuff. We're going to take it over to Bryson, and then we're going to drop this train at Bryson for the moment, so that way we can get a few other things handled. But yeah, look at him. Look at it. Yes, thumbs up the stream for the support of the Ragtimer. Please do. It helps me a lot with the YouTube algorithm, and the YouTube algorithm's been a bit of a bitch lately. So, any support is appreciated. Oh, I'm going way too fast through these switches that are coming up, so let's slow our roll just a little bit here. Okay. Let's see here. All right, to Bryson we will go. And our switches are lined. So we'll just kind of continue cruising at a relaxing 25 miles per hour. Thankfully, this train seems to be coming down the mountain pretty easily. Yeah, no major problems. No threats of derailment. No threats of swarming bunches of wild women. I don't know. When was the last time we had a derailment? Yesterday in the tunnel on the top of Montrose. Oh no, there's a threat of a passenger train. That is terrifying.
Dun dun dun.
Uh-oh. Guys, he's here. What do we do? If we don't... I think his movement is based on vision. If you stand still, he can't see you. Also, Justin Cummings just called you Madeline.
Wow. Wow.
So I think that is your new name.
No. Definitely no.
Yes. So... Alright, let's get back to our train. We're just crossing the bridge here at Ela. Alright, let's start hauling the mail here. So, where does the branch go? So the branch is this right here, the Montrose branch. So we do have to do some switching up there still. But we'll kind of work our way around because there's a fair amount that needs to happen there. In Montrose, because there's a bunch of pulpwood that needs to move around. There's some other things, some stuff we need to switch out. a few other cars that need to be delivered. You know, we've got a lot to do. We got a lot to do. The other thing is we do need to get more logging cars for the next log branch. So, logging.
Also, Angry, have you seen the news?
That a tornado went through your house? No.
No, a tornado definitely did not go through my house. You can actually be a number 1 to Portland on the 19th.
Yes, the 19 is operable. I saw that. And people immediately started rapping on Age of Steam for their photo policy. So hooray! Because I've heard their photo policy is a bit shit.
It is definitely a little more restrictive than some organizations.
Yes. What happened to the Suffer and Southern, Angry? This is the Suffer and Southern. The Connelly Creek Logging Company or the Connelly Coal and Lumber Company are both subsidiaries of the Suffer and Southern. All railroads are a part of the Suffer and Southern. You just need to believe.
Just remember, folks, only 3 things are inevitable in life: death, taxes, and the Suffer and Southern.
Yes. And anyone who says differently is a communist. No. No. That's taking it too far. Too far. Okay.
So how long are you planning on streaming?
I don't know. I do not know how long I'll be streaming.
I likely have just enough time to do one-way trip from Silva to Bryson.
Excellent.
And then I must depart for a meeting.
Yes, it is time for the train to depart. The engineer waves goodbye to his pet iguanas, and he puts the train in motion.
I'm assuming you're still up by Kirkland and everything.
I am at, I just passed through Gov Island.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm basically making sure there's nothing moving on the east end of the railroad.
Correct. So, and Woodward Wilson, nice.
Woodrow Wilson?
Woodward, apparently. Angry, do you know of any sawmill mods for the Bryson area? There was one that just got released, I want to say in the past week. Because we already have the paper mill and stuff where we have it, I decided not to look at it, but there is one that appeared on Nexus a few days ago if you want to take a look. So, are we still going to put the passenger trains on AI? Once minimum, at least, maybe. Depends on, you know, I don't know. Espen Marsh saying, I thought the Suffer and Southern was a subsidiary of my Better Late Than Never Railroad, where our motto is we're not happy until you're not happy. Well, all railroads, as previously stated, are all subsidiaries of the Suffer and Southern. Whether the Better Late Than Never is a partner railroad or not remains up for speculation and discussion. Astrocat saying, when and what kind of logging locomotive will you get? A Shay, 282T, or a beefy loco? So, right now, if there was a Shay, you bet your sweet ass I'd be running the Shay. But we do not have this an option right now. I'm going to slow down as I come into Bryson, because I'm going to try to put this in the YAD. But I also don't want to derail like I did the last time on this stupid switch. So, let's see. Let's see. Okay, we're good. We are safe. But no, if there were shays in game that were good, meaning not like that blocky thing that was imported from another game, you bet your bippy that we would be using shays all the time. But 282T is good. Its range is limited. Right now we have basically 2 Skookums to 2 442s, so we're going to be using those. Maybe if we had a longer line, we would maybe get like a 282, like maybe like the C35, the one with the Vanderbilt tender or whatever. But we'll see. We're going to pull our train in to the yad. And then I don't know if we'll break it up into multiple sections because we have 45 cars. But you know, we'll get this set up so that way we can gather things and then head east eventually.
East.
Yes, Angry loves to go 10 miles an hour. It's the way of the narrow gauge, and it's the way of the Suffering Southern. And don't you forget it. Okay. And Solaris, good to have you here. You know, I really wish that the weather was nicer today. I really wanted to work on my layout, but the weather has been shite. I even thought about running live stream today in the afternoon, and the weather was shite. Therefore, no running of any locomotives outside today, no work. And the weather this week's kind of iffy for the most part. So I'm hoping the weather improves, because I would really love to spend some time outdoors cranking away with finalizing the turntable, laying some of the conduit for electricity, and, you know, all sorts of stuff. It snowed in Middle Tennessee. I am not surprised, because I had to deal with that snow in frickin', I was about to say Winnipeg, Wyoming. So.
Winnipeg, Manitoba.
Yes. It's been hecka windy, and the weather's been kind of shite. So, okay. Are we going to serve the Andrews interchange eventually? That is not in the plan. If someone like super donates and forces us to, then we will. But the plan was to have this railroad basically run from Silva to Bryson, with maybe an extension either to Alarka Junction, or there was that Phipps branch that we were trying to use on the old save, but we never actually got to open that stretch of line. So we'll see. But primarily focused on the eastern end of the line, because that's where all the logging stuff is. And yes, there's the Graham County Railroad at the top of Red Marble, but I don't know. If we ran the whole line, we'd have to reevaluate what industries we're running, but we weren't really thinking of running the whole railroad. We got my bags hit. Yes, my bags did arrive around 4 o'clock today. So I finally have all of my clothing and stuff that I took to Wyoming. So
Were they hand delivered to you?
They were driven from Baltimore, because my bags did not get in until 3 in the morning. That was hilarious.
By an employee of United Airlines.
That is correct. So I hope they enjoyed their little trip. So, yeah. Okay, we're going to go ahead and put the ABBA unit here. What track? Probably one of the... Well, we don't have a long track for this. We kind of do. We'll make it fit somewhere. Let's try there. What's the biggest locomotive? It's either the E units we currently have, or we also have the T1, the C&O T1, or the H6, the 2662. How much would it cost to run the Suffer and Southern to Andrews? $500. Because I really don't want to do that. And that's not 500 cumulative. That's from one person who's like adamant of, nope, the shit's going to hit the fan, and I'm going to throw it. Because I really don't want to do that. But like everything in corporate America, money talks. So, did I get any sleep last night? I did. I did get some sleep. It was not the best sleep, but I did sleep. Okay, we're going to go ahead and leave these engines here for the moment. So, rest well, E-units. We'll be back for you in a little bit when there's more for you to haul. So, we're going to fly over to... Let's run the Connelly Creek branch a little bit. I kind of want to run some logging. And then we'll come back for other stuff. Okay. So we have number 410, our Spunky 2442 right here. And we're going to back this sucker up. Get the other Kupla cars over here that we need. We're going to start running those up. Why are you saying bye-bye, banana locomotive? The banana locomotive's over in the shop getting fixed up because it derailed again yesterday. In the tunnel.
It got rear-ended?
It had a few things happen yesterday. We don't need to talk about it, but you know. So we're going to fetch those cars, shove them all up. And 13 is back from the shop. 13 is still uber-borked in the shop at Bryson. So 13 is going to be there for a bit because I think it's currently at like 30%. So... the E5 reminds me of banana or snake. Well, I don't like snakes, so let's go with banana. Okay. So we were talking a little bit earlier about the distribution of power. So obviously we have the number 4 here, which we're still eagerly working to get fixed up. We've brought a whole bunch of repair parts in to keep everything moving in Whittier. Let me actually up the amount of people who are working at Whittier. Because then it says they'll have number... Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, because that'll get stuff done, and we've got the parts for it. But basically, we've got enough stuff here that we can have like one diesel and one steamer based at Whittier at all times. One logging locomotive and a diesel. I think probably Banana is going to be the one that's based here. And then we need to move the Baldwin diesel somewhere. Again, probably Bryson, maybe Dillsboro, but I don't know. But I do want to...
still getting fixed?
It is. And Garion's back.
Dillsboro, but We got the Garion.
We've got the
Oh, well.
Garion, you're right.
We let the Garion. But no, isn't the 262T down here sufficient, or do you? Think
It should be. I frankly don't know how much use it's going to get, but it's there. But I do know what we definitely need more of. Stake
Log
flats and log, yeah,
Okay.
and basically any car for logs, logging and/or pulpwood.
I'm obviously not in yet, so how long do we have until our interest payment?
Our interest payment is $16,996 in 8 hours and 28 minutes. So
Okay, so we still got some time until we get to there.
Yep. And the nice thing is we're against building our cut of cars that needs to go back to the Silva interchange. So we've got a few of them kind of gathering now in Whittier. So the plan, once we get everything more or less settled and we see how much cash we have, in order to both pay down the debt and also get other stuff worked on, is to get the sawmill switched out when we have more log cars for it. We need to have the E-units or whatever big power we have go back up to, I was about to say Canada, go up to Kirkland and get more log cars, or not log, coal cars. Coal, that's that industry that we are looking to get. And then basically build a big train, go east, dump it all in Silva, and then depending on where we're at, kick the day over or whatever else we need to do and kind of go from there. Because tomorrow we'll also have all the Bryson Industries online. So we'll have a few more cars to haul and other stuff.
Since we know we need more log cars, maybe we shouldn't go all the way to the next day. Maybe just go until the interest payment comes out, and then we can do additional loans if we need to get the log cars we need.
Yeah. Depending on how much money we get, because, my kind of plan in the beginning, which we can always tweak the save a bit to do, is to basically have like backup sets of all cars. Like the idea being, while one set of cars is dumping down at the bottom of the hill, there's another set at the top that's being loaded. And then that would be for all logging industries, so that way it would try to refill as fast as it could. But obviously, if we have stuff on Tier 5, stuff's unloading faster than we can resupply. So, we'll see. And Southern 49, we do have some of the modded log cars in-game. So, we do have the ability to have the bigger capacity. What tier is the log industry at right now? Tier 5. So, the logs will roll.
Are we waiting for anything else in Bryson with these coal cars?
No. Bryce, all we're really waiting on is more cars at Kirkland, and then Montrose has a fair amount that needs to get done, because we need to get all the cordwood or pulpwood that's ready pulled back over to the rayon place. There's a couple of cars that need to be switched out, and obviously the loads for whatchamacallit need to be taken back to the interchange. So.
Okay, so I noticed the E-units are in Bryson along with the coal cars. That's why I was asking.
Yeah, I just took them over there to, kind of get a few more cars out of the way at Whittier, so our frames are a little better. And then also that could give us an opportunity to run a big train at some point. So right now, Montrose is kind of the focus area. I'm working on Connelly, and then I guess there could be a little bit of switching down at Silva, but we don't really need it right now.
Okay, so are the E-units going to wait here in Bryson until we're moving the coal cars?
That was the plan. I mean, the E-units can go wherever, so feel free to grab them if you want. We do have
the
both.
reason I asked is I noticed the coal loader car is ready to go back up to Kirkland to be loaded.
Yes, so we do have number 2 down there as well. That's looking for a purpose in life, so that could always run that up to the coal loader as well. Long story short, there's a few things we could do.
I noticed number 2 says it's the Montrose Flyer.
Yeah, we need to fix that. It could be relettered.
I don't really know how to change the lettering other than just changing it. I know you guys somehow modified a letter somehow, I think.
That's mostly General.
Oh, okay.
General knows how to dink around with all that stuff.
Well, we'll leave it there for when he's here next time. Unless you want me to just change it to the default lettering.
You can do whatever you want with it.
The Montrose Flyer, as of this
Has
moment,
flown the coop.
Until the mod gets fixed and adds it back in.
Oh, number 2 was our extra passengers.
Correct.
It was basically the Whittier to Montrose shuttle.
And official Pensy Joe, yes, they do have the ability to toggle pothole or square windows. And then Highland Winterwolf, I'm trying to find where your question was here. How is the Skoogum on the Connelly branch? Works great. It works really well for Connelly. I mean, the 282T also works, but I kind of like Skooks because, you know, 2442. It's funny.
Passenger train is calling clear at Barker's.
How do we install the mod pack we have? It says Ride the Cool over on Twitch. Well, we don't have it publicly available right now because there's at least one private mod in here that we're using. But everything we have loads with Railloader or with Unity Mod Manager. And for those who are looking for Railloader, we do have it saved in our Discord server. So if you want to join our Discord and download it, we have Strange Customs, Confusing Supplements, and Railloader in there. You can get it, and it's the last version that was released before the dude did his thing. So, yeah. Is there a 262 mod, and if so, can you get one in game? Yes, if you download the Lunar Locomotive Works pack, which is on Nexus mods, then there are at least 1 or 2 different prairies in there. Will it ever be public? We may make it public if we take out the private mods. We just haven't done that yet. Partially because I just need time to do it, and I have other stuff that's a little bit higher on my priority list. So, yeah. Meanwhile, we're pulling into Connelly Creek 1. So we'll get that loaded up to here. Most of these cars are just bound here for number 1, so that should be good. I think there's 1 or 2 other cars that could go to other places, but we'll see what our needs are and how many cars will actually fit in these tracks. Because right now, at Connelly Creek, we have logs at level 1 at Pulpwood. We've got Pulpwood at 2. We have Pulpwood at 3, but the logs at 2 and 3 are dead. Cool.
If I remember right, 2 and maybe 3, we're not able to load any more logs currently, but they're not actually fully loaded.
Yeah.
And I think 3 just went up the hill during the last stream.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, so this car is going to go to 2 then.
Silva is not a private mod, Rixana's, or however you pronounce that. But the Bryson Yard is.
I mean, the other thing is we could go back to having the standard Bryson yard, because that could open up more opportunities for industries there. But I kind of like the layout of it. Like, it gives the yard a more better feel.
It gives it more function, frankly.
Conjunction
It kinda
junction,
makes it
what's
meet on the
its
tree.
function? No one's quite sure, so we'll keep asking questions. Okay. How much logging equipment do we have? The answer is not enough. Will we ever have enough logging equipment? I don't know.
No.
And unfortunately, playing on this save keeps bringing like General's voice in my ear of, well, you know, Ragtimer, if you on your Garden Railroad, if you just put in a little backwards logging line with a couple of switchbacks, it's like, I love logging, but my layout's too small for that, which is saying something because my layout's going to be huge. You know what also is sad, though? I've already thought about if I ever wanted to expand the Garden Railroad, I know how I would do it.
God.
Not even fully built yet, and you're already thinking about expanding.
Well, Tier 3 or Tier 2, depending on how you look at it. But basically, it would have to be on the lower level of my yard and just have it be like a giant encircling square, like on all the edges of the property.
Basically, have a grade down to it.
No, like it would just be a completely separate operation. You could connect them if you really wanted to. I know how you would do that. But that's the sound of a madman trying to plan that out.
Well, you do realize who proposed that idea.
You're not the first. There are several people who have. Well, no, NC Pilot, I've got 2 acres of land to play with. It's just like one of those acres is like really like overgrown and wet. So a lot of work would need to go into getting that functional. To which then people will say, well, if you have all that land, why don't you just get a 7.5-inch gauge locomotive? No. The answer is no.
Also, angry?
Yeah.
When did the thing that you announced 2 hours ago get finalized? That's awesome news.
What are you talking about?
On the Peacherine Ragtime Society Orchestra.
Oh, I've known that for a while. I
That's
just didn't
awesome.
tell anyone.
Oh, well, fair.
All right, so those are getting loaded up. It would not take a big bridge. It would take a big hill at a very moderate grade to get down to the lower level. It's not impossible. It's just impractical. Like building a garden railroad in your backyard. It's impractical.
Well, if you come off the loop...
Nope.
by
Nope.
the
Nope. Nope. No, no, no.
It's grade down past
Nope.
there.
Nope. 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 Nope.
Really, is nobody getting off at Wilmot?
No one ever accused you of being sane angry. Yes. How much passenger equipment there is? It's Midland's engine with, what is it now, 12 passenger cars, 10 passenger cars?
So, 12 on this train, plus the 2 that became the Montrose Flyer, which may get co-opted.
And there's one down in the Whittier yard.
That's right.
The stock
The old
one
car.
yet.
No road burner. This is a car that needs to go to get loaded and just hasn't been cycled. Now it's been cycled. So let's fly up here since we're going up here and see how bad our
Just wanna
log
make
cars
sure,
are.
speed limit between Bryson and Ella is 35 most of the way until you're coming up on the bridge, right?
Correct. Okay. Well, since these cars are mostly ready, now the question is, at the top of the hill, do we also have log cars that are ready? Yes. So you know what? We're going to do some switching. Because we can. And we're going to get the big logs. The big logs are here. All hail the big logs. All right. Because, yes, we need a lot of more pulpwood too. But we'll see. And for those of you who say you missed the steel mill, that's what the old videos are for. You can go back and watch the steel mill. Because adding that to this would be the absolute definition of insanity.
Not to mention make the death of several computers.
Yes, and we have not yet... I need to bug General again about, like, if his computer were to be upgraded, what sort of stuff would he want? Because then we can figure out how to budget and price it out and have the get General a new computer slush fund and stream. So... Is it possible to do through region passenger Pullman sleeper cars? There's no Pullman sleepers on the railroad. I don't think there's ever a mod for it either.
Yeah, I don't recall seeing a mod for a sleeper.
The closest we got is the Palace car.
Number 2 is approaching Ella to head up to Kirkland.
Okay. Solaris, I don't doubt you. I would love to drive a 7.5-inch gauge locomotive at some point. I know people who have a 7.5-inch gauge. The problem is I don't have the money nor the tools to support a 7.5-inch gauge railroad. So... You know, I don't have any experience in machining or, you know, manufacturing. I would be willing to learn, but, you know, there's a lot that would go into it, and I don't have the cash to sink into that. Because I sold my soul to the F-scale gods. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put the loads on this line here, put the filler-ups back on where they were so they can get filled up, because the sawmill just needs so much more logs. And if we can get enough money to support the next thing, then we will get more log cars, and that'll facilitate having to run another cross-railroad train.
Carry move, if you will.
Yes. You could start your own cryptocurrency scam to fund General's PC upgrade. Yeah. Yeah, that would definitely go well with no potential problems whatsoever.
You know, being far away from Whittier is nice for FPS.
Yes. Yes, it is.
I'm actually around 30 FPS today. Of course, I'm also not streaming or anything, so that helped me a little bit too.
Yeah. Yeah, no, there will never be angry coin. I'm sorry to disappoint you. I do not know how to run my own crypto scam.
Probably for your benefit.
Yeah. Now, if anyone else wants to go in with me on a crypto scam, I'll give you 5% of the profits. Because we need to be able to pay for my stupid railroading and General's new computer at a minimum. But I'll give you 5%. Don't ask if it's gross or net. We'll iron those details out later. Okay.
And there goes most of my FPS as I climb to Kirkland.
Yes.
Already down to 15.
Perfect.
I forgot there's a lot of cars up at Kirkland.
There are. There's less cars than there were before, though. All right. Easy does it. Okay. Yeah, I will say this, Solaris. My parents are supportive, but they also are not completely up in the know of what's going on with the Garden Railroad. And I intend to keep it that way.
Until they visit your house unannounced.
Well, then at that point, I'll be like, look, I'm an adult and I did these things. And then they'll be forced to love me.
Also, why did the 410 get 2% damage?
Don't worry about it. 2% damage is nothing.
Did you hit like a deer?
Why are you calling me deer? That's not what you name me. My name is Ragtimer. Hear me roar.
Pretty sure a deer would cause more than 2% damage.
To locomotive, and it's about 2%.
Okay. Let's see if we can climb the hill with our heavy log load here. See, this is where a Shay would come in real handy. Just think about it.
You're going about the same speed you are right now.
Yes. But it would be able to push without any problems. Rather than me being like, man, I hope. Is there a mod out for the SW1200 with dynamic brakes? Somebody did put out a mod, I think, with dynamic braking in it recently for diesels. I honestly have not paid attention to that. But I thought...
Yeah, I don't fully know what's going on with that mod. I was reading up on it, and I wasn't fully understanding what works for what. But it had a bunch of things in it, including the ability to do DMU, or is that the right word? Is it DPU, where you can have a locomotive elsewhere in the train and it still be controlled. I think that's the same mod.
Gotcha.
And wow, when Kirkland has coal, it loads the coal tower cars very quick.
I'm sure.
I spotted the car, went to unhook from it, and it's full already.
Nice. I'm also just trying to get a gauge of where we need more cars to be. So we definitely could use a few more cars for up here at Connelly 3, it looks like. So just kind of taking mental notes.
Be aware, the passenger train is inbound to Ella.
That's terrifying.
Also, Gary, you were wondering why your clock was behind? It's because your frame rate is lower than the host.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that made a difference.
Hi, I'm the
It
host.
does. It very unfortunately does.
Guessing it's a sync issue.
Yes.
Yes. Solaris, someone did do a Trackmobile mod. Okay. That is a good question for the sync. Kitchen or bathroom? Let's go with the kitchen sink.
Wait, we're throwing the kitchen sink at people?
Yes. Very violently.
Okay.
Is there any major hills between Ella and Bryson?
Yes. It's the grade over, whatchamacalled.
Gov Island.
Yes.
So it'll
Now
be
the grade
interesting to see if number 2 can pull the full coal car for the tower plus 4 or 5 more coal cars.
It
Yes.
should.
If
There's
it,
more
especially if
ready
you have
up
a
here.
running
I figure
start at
might
it.
as well. I figure I might as well bring them down with me.
Shoot. So I'm also excited. I have finally acquired charcoal and lamp oil. And when I went to purchase them this morning, the lady at the hardware store is, going to be doing some barbecuing. And I said, no, this is for a live steam garden railroad train. She's like, wait, what? And I pulled up like a photo or two from the Steam Over Spencer event of what this would be. And she's like, holy shit, that's a thing? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, well, bring back pictures so we can see what you're up to. Like, yes.
In fairness, that hardware store doesn't likely see a lot of people doing live Steam.
Yeah. What caboose were they showing off with the E-units? I don't know because I haven't watched that stream yet.
I don't remember the exact ones, but I know the pack is not available yet. Or else I'm sure we would have got it already because one of them was a logging caboose.
Logging
what?
caboose.
What now?
Okay. Let's get these cars. Speeders are already a thing, Barrett Heil. They already have mods for speeders. In fact, I think we have one in the game right now.
We have a speeder?
We have not like physically run it on here, but it's in the pack.
Wow. Garion, what's your location?
I am starting down from Kirkland.
Copy.
Alrighty. Perfect. We have the loads. We'll have plenty of cars to drop in the sawmill yard.
Have you arrived in Ella yet, Midland?
I'm departing, Ella.
Oh, okay. I didn't even notice the message up in the console.
And now it is time for the train to depart. The engineer waves goodbye to his pet iguanas.
All right, so I shouldn't have to stop at all then in Ella because you should be past the switch by then.
Correct.
Switch back.
Angry no. No.
Logging railroad bullshit?
And Midland, when you get to Bryson, are you going into the yard to the loop first, or do you do the loop after the station?
I do the loop before. I loop around and then pull in.
Loop around. Loop, 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 loop around. When will we do a race in the game? We will do that for the 2-year channel memberversary. Not this Saturday, but next Saturday, the 28th, in the afternoon, evening time frames. All right, I need to step away for a quick moment here. I'm going to put a small set on those cars so they don't go out of control. And I'm going to temporarily AI them to go to the place. Oh, wow. That's sucking down stuff. I'll be right back.
Okay.
So I'm not good with steam engines. The reverser, is it 10, 15? Where is the ideal once you're moving that you want it at?
I usually keep it at 30.
Oh, 30. Okay. I mostly run diesels, so
Yes.
because you don't have to worry about that on a diesel. Just put it in what gear you want, and it goes.
Yes. Very, very true.
And no, Road Burner, the cars are not out of control. They're in control. Just like me, I am in control at all times. And those who say differently are evil. And have ulterior motives. Just like General, he has ulterior motives. Okay. Well, we're almost to the bottom of the hill, so that's good. I got the joke. Good. I've got many jokes. Why was 6 afraid of 7? Because they sued for alimony and they won. Heh. Heh. No. Is anyone in Whittier right now?
Nope.
I am going through Gov Island now.
I'm in Bryson.
Okay. Because I am coming into Whittier. I think we're going to get Century's team before GTA 6. I hope so. But again, we never want them to rush. I'd rather them take their time and come out being a better product than demand give now and it'd be clunky and broken and then you bitch and moan about GTA 6 is broken, just like my heart. You know. Wait, it's the folks from WNCRR. Hello, folks from WNCRR. Hope you're all doing okay. If that's you, Sam, we're sorry to hear about your dad and wish you and your family peace during this time. If it's not you, Sam, then you're a dirty imposter and should be prosecuted. No. So. All right, let's get our logs into the mill pond here. All right. Make sure I reset my switches. That way, if Midland comes barreling through, no one dies. A terrible, tragic derailment in that yard. But, you know. It would be funny. I mean, I started this day by almost plowing directly into the paper mill, you know, as is tradition.
I can't even. I'm nowhere near you.
We don't know that. Well, hello, Sam. Hello, hello, hello. When Shay. No kidding.
One Western Maryland Big Six.
I don't even care if it's Big Six. Just give me a fucking Shay. I'm not a needy boy. Sam, you are more than happy to stream Crash if you would like to do so. Yes, Angry Almost crashing. It's a normal Monday. It's a normal any day, really. It's to be expected at this point.
I seem to be quickly catching up to Midland. I better slow down.
You're good. Well, it depends on where you want to go.
Well, I'm going to the yard.
Okay. Well, then you
He's
might
gonna
want to
highball to the yard. Not even.
Yeah, I was doing almost 40 when I said that.
And we were worried about that little locomotive not having the gumption.
Listen.
And I didn't realize the switch was normalized.
Listen, anything will have the gumption if you just put enough black rocks in the firebox.
That is exactly correct.
Yeah,
That is exactly correct.
I
Although
heard you had a whale of a time over the weekend.
Yes, I had quite a time, and thankfully, all of my stuff made it after spending the night pretty much in Chicago. So, you know,
Sweet home, Chicago.
the good news is I have survived Chicago, and so did my stuff. The bad news is it had to be there. Sorry, I just saw an email I had to read. You know, I just need to be aware of in the future not to actually fly through Chicago during any time of the year where there's even a remote chance of winter. You know.
It's not only winter weather that can affect Chicago. I got canceled in late June, early July.
So basically,
Sounds
the
like
only
it,
thing
yeah.
that Chicago's good for is deep dish pizza and canceling planes.
I don't know, man. I've caught enough flack for calling their pizzas pizzas. I don't even know that you call them pizzas, really.
So one of the things I love is actually watching Jon Stewart's raging against people and their opinions on pizzas. And if you ever are looking for a time just go down a rabbit hole, look up his rants about pizza with audience members for the Daily Show, and it's absolutely hilarious. There was a new one that just popped up a few days ago, and it had me rolling on the floor laughing.
Yeah.
But yes, their casseroles were delicious.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Yes. So Sam, I have to ask a question because I think you're in the know of things a little bit. What is your opinion of the announcement that that little railroad that goes in a little way back and forth, Dollywood, converting over to the different dinosaur fuel?
How much time you got?
However much you want to spend on the subject.
Hold on a minute. Let me hit my totally not sponsored vaporizing device, and I'll give you my opinion.
Wait, he's got a Star Trek-esque vaporizer? Scary.
You know, gotta have equipment to get the job done.
That's true.
Man, you know, I'm gonna go on the record here, but it's not my channel, so I can use some language. I can get away with that.
Yeah.
And after the week I've had, I've got opinions, and I'm not trying to turn it into a pity party. Me and Dad had a 35-minute argument about this about 2 weeks ago. For every logical reason, it makes sense. It just does. Number one thing, oil is easier to source in the quantities that they need. Two, fire risk. You can look at the park on Google Maps, and you can see they've developed condominiums all around the mountains and whatnot around the park. So it's not just they're not just worried about burning up the foliage. They're worried about maybe risking somebody's life if a fire gets away and the wind's right. I can respect that decision 100%. It's not a history contradiction because both of those engines did at one point burn fuel oil. 70 was delivered as a coal burner, but did burn oil, and I think 192 was originally built as a coal burner, but it's a USATC thing, so hell, the Army would burn tissue paper if they thought they'd get away with it and save them money, so you know how that goes.
Yep.
And, you know, running it in a theme park, How many guests at that park have had their day ruined by getting a cinder in their eye, and they don't know any better, so they rub it, and then their eye's scratched, and they got to go to first aid, and that's terrible. You know, you don't want to do that. You're out there having a good time with your family, and you know all that. And that's fine. Everything that I have to say from a logical point of view says yes, that's a good idea and a good thing, and that's great. And you know, they've got some people from the old Durango and Silverton down there helping them out, and that's good. But Hoss, I don't know, man. I think it kills the vibe, kind of. I mean, I understand why they did it. I agree 100% with them doing it. Everything makes sense to me. Good job, good move. Kills the vibe, though. I think it really kills the vibe. But the thing to remember is something me and old man were talking about. It's not your grandpappy's Dollywood anymore. You know, it used to be a real themed park. Now it's like every damn thing else in the area. They've slapped wood siding on it and said, "Yeah, come on down here, get you some southern fried flavor." And it, rather than it being kind of a microcosm of the culture of the Smoky Mountains and kind of a, you know, a abbreviated version of a lot of it, you know, rather than trying to showcase the values and have some culture from the local area in there, they've turned it into Six Flags of the Smokies. And when the prices are $95 a head to get in a day or whatever they are now, on top of parking, on top of hotels, and the only thing they're focused on is building roller coasters and amusement rides, and they have absolutely zero interest in expanding the musical shows or doing anything like that, which I get, you know, whatever, but you could have built a new theater, you could have built any one of 100 things, but the only thing they want to build are amusement rides. So the focus of the park has shifted. And that's to meet modern times, and that's to be expected. There aren't a whole bunch of old people going there anymore. But my argument about that park all along has basically been that it used to be a park that you could go to and you could take the whole family and everybody has something to do. There were rides for the kids, the young kids, or rides for the teens and the adults. There were rides that, you know, the slightly older people could go on. There were musical shows. There's 101,000 things to do. And the park still has it. It just doesn't feel the same. And, you know, recognizing that, I mean, you know, it's with the times. And I guess, you know, it does make sense converting to oil, but I do think losing that smell and that authenticity of what was in the area is going to be missed. But I don't know, man. Not my engines and not really my problem. There was a good friend of mine that used to work there back years ago. In fact, he's the reason that 70 had that centered headlight for a little bit there in 2009. And he made a rather compelling point that there are some mechanical reasons that maybe might be a little bit questionable, as far as much as they slip, they are going to have the Lord's time not yanking the fire out of those engines, particularly 70, as hard as it drafts. And they are prone to having unplanned ignitions, because you're working the engine hard, it loses its feet, you lose the fire, and all of a sudden you got oil spraying in the firebox, and now it finds something hot, and that's going to go bang. Well, that is a very big safety risk, particularly for the crew. And another thing, there is no such thing as a steam locomotive that does not start fires.
Correct.
Oil-fired engines can start fires. And anybody that tells you that they can't's lying to you. They can. Sitting over there in my filing cabinet, I have 2 lawsuits from the Southern Pacific of 2 of their oil-fired consolidations burning down a man's barn, and it's standing up in court that the railroad started the fire. and one of them was a light engine move. So, there's historical evidence to show that oil-fired locomotives can start fires. It is a much lower risk,
But it can happen.
It can happen, and I'm not being ugly when I say this. I know somebody's going to go back and clip this and say, Sam said something mean!
Yeah.
Yeah, well, hold on to your big boy underwear and just sit down for a minute and I'll explain it to you. Dollywood is not a railroad. They're not a railroad, folks. They're a theme park, which what that means is that they don't pay railroad pay, and they don't have a focus on historical preservation, nor do they take volunteers. So that puts them in a situation where they're not necessarily going to get the same quality of people as one would get at a railroad museum or a fine organization like the East Broad Top, Durango, and Silverton, and search your favorite railroad here. That doesn't mean that the people there are unskilled. It just means that you will occasionally have a fireman climb into the cab in the morning that his previous job experience was running a carousel. Doesn't mean he won't get training, but it means that you're not going to get the same quality of people as you would in other operations, probably. They have a lot of things that I'm kind of curious to see how they play out over the years. And really, I think the other thing too for me is just, they converted to fuel oil, right? But they didn't say what kind of fuel oil. We know they're not burning waste vegetable oil, but you can convert anything to burn oil, right? But it kind of, oil burns hotter, right? We all know that, right? We all on the same page there?
Yeah.
And the thing about oil that's always concerned me, and I'm not going to name who, but as it was explained to me, the variations in temperature are much faster and are a little bit more broad than they are on a coal-fired locomotive, because if you work a coal-fired engine up a grade, you get to the top of the hill and shut the throttle down, that coal fire is still hot. Just because you've killed the draft to it doesn't mean the heat's gone. With an oil-fired engine, if you're not careful, speaking from personal experience, there is a potential that those very wide fluctuations in temperature in the firebox can cause you some problems in metal fatigue, sheets, stay bolts, whatever else. So I'm a little curious to see how... I'm a little curious to see exactly how they handle the maintenance going forward. And I wonder if this switch is going to cause more days out of service because of the conversion. Not necessarily just operator error, but fundamental problems. It'll take some getting used to on the crew's part, and the good thing is, hey, the wildlife I'm saying like they run through the middle of the mountains. They're running in the middle of a subdivision that's just up on the hill. The wildlife's not going to be drowned in cinders. The children that go to the park are not going to get cinders in their eyes, so that's a plus. We like that. And I hate to say this, but if it came down between not running the train during fire season or running the train, rather than run the train. I mean, there's a lot of upsides, and I have a lot of questions about how the mechanics all this are going to work, but I think all in all, it is a good change, but there are some drawbacks.
Yeah. Well, I look at it too, if like in October I'm going to have the chance to go back to Durango, and you bet your sweet bippy that I'm going to go ride the DNS. And the last time I rode the DNS, all of their steam engines ran on coal. Now, am I bummed that they don't run on coal? Yeah. But I'm happier that they are still running on a different fuel source rather than not running at all. So, you know, yes, you know, it's a little different, but hey, you still have steam-powered trains running through the Animus Gorge, you know.
Exactly.
For-
And I
yeah.
think that's my point is we're still the steam engines are still there. They didn't gut them and put diesel mechanical crap in the tender. They didn't buy diesels. They said we're going to use the engines we have. We're just going to burn a different fuel, and that's fine. I just have some questions. But again, if it means they run and the added benefit is a better experience for the park goer,
Cool.
fantastic. Because I know that there is a certain type of people out there that just doesn't appreciate the experience of having cinders in your hair. I realize there are people out there that don't do that. We have a word for them. It is a synonym for cat, and I'm not going to say it.
Yeah.
But seriously, good change. I just have some questions.
Yeah.
I mean, overall, the DNS converted their engines to oil. I'm fairly certain it has not significantly or at all impacted the riders' numbers.
No, because the general public doesn't care. They don't care. It's, you know, that, and I think that was something that the rail fans. I'm gonna step in some hot doo-doo here for a second, Angry. I apologize.
You're good.
The rail fans got some, not all of them. Let me rephrase that. Some rail fans got very, very upset and swore that it was the end of the Durango and Silverton. They're bringing in diesels and they're oil firing my steam engine. But my K36, it doesn't burn coal anymore. Not a real railroad. Well, get over it. It's gonna be fine.
Yes.
And it's fine. I promise you, the general public does not give a flying about what steam engine burns. If anything, they're going to think it's a novelty because they think all steam engines burn coal, and they're like, "Ooh, look at them! Aren't they clever? They figured out how to make this thing run on diesel or whatever."
Yeah.
But no, I was more entertained with Dollywood's handling of it on social media, but that's over and done with.
Yep. So.
Well,
Thank you for the distraction. I needed that. I needed that today. I needed to get my
You're good.
daily amount of
Yeah.
preaching out.
Yeah. Well, at least you'll know this fact. The East Broad Top is not converting to oil anytime soon. And hopefully in the next week or two, I will have my own coal-fired, as God intended, steam locomotive that I can run in my backyard. So,
God bless. I goofed up. I made the mistake of going on eBay, and I have made a purchase of my. I made a purchase of my own back about 2 weeks ago, and I'm still waiting on it to get here. So.
ooh.
Oh yeah.
okay.
Did you buy that locomotive you were talking about that you had like fond
No.
memories of?
No. I don't have the money for that. I bought something else that's big and powerful, and I can't fire it up inside because if I do, my basement will smell of smelly smell. A smelly smell that smells smelly.
Yes.
So the thing that you got, and this will be my final question before I must unfortunately depart, is the thing that you got green?
No, but it can be for if you'd like it to be. It could be green just for you, man.
Whoa.
Okay, then it's not what I thought it was. Okay.
No.
Okay. Well, the passenger train is parked out of the way, and I must depart.
Depart.
Say hello to your pet iguanas.
I shall.
When did he get iguanas?
Have you watched
No.
The Exciting of Train, Sam?
No.
Wait, what? You've never
No.
seen The Exciting of Train?
No.
Okay. As soon as I stop this train, we're gonna take a little little field trip together, all of us here, because I have a feeling that for 10 minutes we can distract Sam and show him one of the most beautiful things that has ever existed in the Railfan world. And
yeah,
it will be good, and you will laugh, or afterwards you'll be like, "What the heck was that?" And then judge us terribly, you know.
I
But
appreciate the attempt to distract me. Thing is, everybody's told me you need to excuse me, you need to take a week off, and I'm like, what am I gonna do? I ain't got, family all gone home. I'm here with my second family now, or yeah, second family. This is where I belong. Goofing off with digital trains is what I do.
yes,
Yes, it's hard to get it out of your system.
it's like a bad rash. All right, I'm gonna AI this to couple into that, and meanwhile, we're gonna pull this up.
I've sat here and watched you on the stream for the last, 20 minutes. I don't even want to think about a sawmill.
19, this here's a rubber duck. You got a copy on me, Big Fan? Come on.
You got 10-4 there, good buddy. Stonewall's drawing sound is amazing.
Yes. Your timing is impeccable.
Yeah,
All right.
is it?
Because you know what we're gonna do?
What's that?
We're gonna take a quick distraction. I'm gonna turn off the music,
Uh-huh.
and it is time for the whole class to learn about something beautiful.
What's that?
This is the exciting of train.
Oh, the exciting of...
Yes. All right, Sam, I am streaming it locally, and for you at
Okay.
home, here we
See it?
go. The exciting of train.
What in the hell?
This is the land we live in. From its beautiful shores to its the middle part. Our own United States of America. Comprised of 49 magnificent states. And also New Jersey.
Also New Jersey.
Its vast land is filled with broad plains and rolling prairies, large forests, food to eat, places to drown, places to yodel, little villages, and paved cesspools of disease. Yes, there's so many things to see and do, and there is one fun way to see them all. The exciting of trains. Look at this long boy. Such a fine lad. That's a nice one, too. Yummy. Have you ever thought about what it takes for millions of people in this great country to travel from one end of the land to the other with speed and convenience? Have you ever marveled at how coal, lumber, and our Army's great killing machines get from one town to another? Or how thousands of consumer products get from where they are made to where they are needed in all parts of the country? No, of course you haven't. Because you only think of yourself, don't you? Selfishly moving throughout your day, preoccupied by only the most basic animalistic thoughts of food, comfort, and lust. Shame on you. Irregardless, trains are an important and interesting mode of transportation. And whether you call them trains, choo-choos, snake monsters, stiff rickies, ground yachts, or chugga-chuggas, these traveling death traps indeed
Jesus
touch
Christ.
all of our lives. To learn the exciting of trains, we're going to visit the rail yards. We're going into railway stations and out along the tracks. We'll take you outside of a train and also inside of one also as well. That way, you can get idea of how to, when you see a one of these, it is you get an idea of just how important trains. When our country was young, long-distance travel required being around horses, an animal that is stupid and no one likes. And so, people didn't travel very much. Then, just a little more than 100 years ago, man defied God's divine creations and invented the sinful train. And like most sinful things, it made life more pleasurable and exciting. Those early trains were very slow and odd-looking, much like my weird cousin Ronald. Unlike Ronald, however, these early trains were not completely useless. They helped to advance our country westward. And as the railroads pushed ahead, settlers followed. Forests were cleared and crops planted. Mines and large corporations further corrupted the landscape for their own gain. Villages
Hell yeah.
and cities paved over the natural splendor of our country
That's
and
Kansas
drove
City.
large swathes of animals to extinction. Yes, all thanks to trains, we have succeeded in becoming gods, choosing which creatures live and die, and molding the world around us to our perverse vision. Thank you, trains. Of course, the best way to see all the benefit of train is to ride one yourself. Everyone likes to travel. Suppose we take a train trip. We'll follow along with these two children, Carol and Jimmy. Carol and Jimmy are taking a train ride because their parents don't want them anymore and are sending them away. The children
Jesus.
wave goodbye to their parents, never to see them again. Mommy and Daddy are happy to be rid of them and ready to enjoy a new life of freedom with increased discretionary income. The next stop is the train station. Almost every town has a train station, and all passenger trains will leave from here. But not every train is filled with people. This one, for example, is filled with bees. Thousands and thousands of bees just flying around in there. Packages are also transported
Jesus.
by trains. Here, such items as clothing, vacuum cleaners, lipsticks, and women's perfume are sorted and shipped to the various mistresses of married husbands all over the country. Rail yard workers ensure that these taboo gifts are shipped safely and discreetly. In many rail yards, trains are also cleaned, removing the filth that builds up from the numerous animals and humans that were hit during the train's previous journey. If salvageable, the meat from these accidents is butchered and loaded into the dining car to be served as meals when the train is on its way. Nearby, there is usually an engine house where choo-choos are brought for maintenance and gentle kissing. All trains are fun to smooch, and it serves to further bond each conductor to the train they will soon be operating.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
a good boy. Bring it in to Daddy.
It's true, isn't it?
Give us
It
a
is.
hug.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes. After a tune-up and soft whispers of affection and encouragement, the train is turned around and prepared for a new journey. Say, we'd better not forget Carol and what's-his-name. Here they are, arriving with plenty of time to buy their tickets, check their baggage, and plead one more time via telephone for their parents to take them back. Sorry, kids, no such luck. The next stop is to buy tickets. The ticket booth operator asks them a few questions. Would you like to be seated in the smoking car? Yes, who doesn't like a smooth puff? What about some drink vouchers to calm the nerves? And perhaps a Quaalude or two to help take the edge off? That's fine.
Jesus
The
fucking
ticket clerk
Christ.
stamps each ticket with the date on which the ticket is purchased, and the date on which the ticket is used. After payment, the cashier stamps some more random papers just for fun. Carol and Johnny are all set now. And just in time, too, because here comes the train. The train signals its arrival with a familiar sound, and from the time the train arrives until the train departs again, there are many things to do. Trunks, luggage, and other items are loaded into the baggage car near the head end of the train. The United
Jesus
States
H.
mail is
Christ.
loaded aboard
What
the
am I
mail car.
watching?
Sexual lubricant is applied to the train's
Oh.
exterior to improve aerodynamics. Married
Hell yeah.
husbands say goodbye to their visiting mistresses. Passengers like Carol and Johnny board the train and are shown to their seats by the porter. No tip for him. It's just about time for the train to depart. The train conductor waves goodbye to his pet iguanas, and the locomotive engineer sets the train in motion. Gathering momentum, the train picks up speed and is on its way to such far-flung destinations as Texas, California, Nebraska, Miscus Crispy, Conglorongo, and, God forbid, New Jersey. Yes, there truly is no better way to travel. It's really great fun traveling on trains. You can sit for hours just looking out the window and laughing at all the pitiful non-trained people out there. There's one now. Disgusting. And another. Pathetic. Using their feet to get around like a bunch of idiots. Don't feel bad mocking them. Science has proven that their cranium sizes are smaller, and as such, they are genetically inferior when compared to the larger and superior train brains that both you and I possess. Here's the conductor. Show him your ticket, and also maybe some pictures of delicious eggs. He'll like that. Down in the mail car, workers sort the mail with resentment and petulance. It's a boring, monotonous job, and so they angrily huck each love note or happy birthday greeting into its necessary pile. Secretly, they wish for death, each letter reminding them of their eternal sadness and isolation. No one ever sends them a letter, after all. Do they not deserve love and friendship? Would anyone even come to their funeral if they died tomorrow? One of the most popular passenger cars on any train is the dining car. Slurp it up, fatsos. Get your fill. As with any normal restaurant, the host will see you to your table. What do you think Carol and Chimpy are hungry for today? There's a
Chimpy.
whole menu of items from which to choose. Maybe eggs, nachos, pizza, eggs, hot dogs, eggs? Is it eggs? Is Chimpy getting the eggs?
I hope he
they
gets
get
the eggs.
Eggs are yum. I recommend the eggs. Eggs it is. Eggs. Back in the kitchen, chefs prepare the meals. Only men are allowed back here because cooking is considered woman's work, unless you're getting paid for it. Look at that. Eggs and something. A classic combo. What the heck is that? No meal is complete without ice cream. It's the cow's gift to our taste buds. And now it's time for the bill. Once again, no tip from Chim Chim. What a cheapskate. After dinner, the top of the train serves as a thrilling place to practice karate or get into a cool fist fight.
Jesus H.
Most
Christ.
passengers, however, simply relax in the lounge. Perhaps they'll grab a drink or watch the excitement of flat dirt roll by outside. Eventually, it's time for sleep. Each passenger retires to their own room. And with a belly full of wonderful eggs, it's not long before their eyes
Eggs.
begin to get heavy. Combine that with the lulling roll of the train and perhaps the boredom of a loveless marriage, and bedtime often can't come soon enough for the guests of a modern locomotive. Rest easy, weary passengers. Our two friends are also ready for bed. Like good children, they've already brushed their teeth and said their prayers to the callous Christian God that abandoned us long ago. What dreams will await them in the land of Nod? Carol wants to dream of bullfrogs and hair bows. And Chimbo wants to fight and kill the Easter Bunny. Sleep well, orphan children. I hope your dreams come true. And no doubt these two will sleep easy, knowing that their train dutifully keeps on rolling throughout the night. For unlike us, the machines we build never grow weary. They are constructed from steel and iron and other heavy materials. In comparison, our fleshy, organic bodies are fragile and pathetic. These great machines have the ability to outlast our inferior stamina for weeks and months on end. Moreover,
Jesus
trains
Christ.
don't require breaks to eat meals. They don't stop to use the restroom. And they can't be burned or injured by fire. Also, trains lack the capacity to love, leaving them free from the frivolous distractions of family and human connection. Indeed, all of the imperfections present within the human race are non-existent in the trains and other machines we build. It is a fact that they are superior to us in every way, and one day they will rise up and destroy us all. It is only a matter of time, and it is perfectly natural. For as evolution once toppled the dinosaurs and allowed humanity to flourish, so too will the superior species of human machinery one day reign supreme over this great land. And I, for
Jesus.
one, cannot wait for that magnificent new day to come. Speaking of new days, it looks like Carol and Chimney have reached their destination, and right on time. Say, those two strangers must be their new parents. I hope they are kind and do not beat them too much, unless they deserve it, of course. Well, the train is ready to start moving again. There he goes, pulling out of the station, gathering speed, carrying other passengers, mail, baggage, swarms of bees, perhaps a cursed sword or two, maybe some hats, some delicious eggs, and of course, the excreted poo-poos and pee-pees of all the many passengers who just completed their overnight journeys. I hope you enjoyed your time with us today, and I hope you learned something new. It certainly was a pleasure spending meeting time, and I was talking much. We talked about, I told the story of which about the very excitingness that is the one thing that is very, I want to kiss, trains. Goodbye, friends, and good travels.
Edited by Dick Flavoring.
And there you go. The exciting of train.
My brain, help me.
Your brain won't help you now.
No, it left.
Just remember,
Oh god.
this one is filled with bees. Thousands and thousands of bees.
Thousands of bees.
All just flying around in there.
Wait a minute. Hold up.
Thousands and thousands of bees just filled with flying around in there.
Oh, that played a little out of.
This
There
one,
we go.
for example, is filled with bees. Thousands and thousands of bees just flying around in there.
Yeah, Sam, we quote that way too much.
Yes.
I now understand some of the quotes that you guys do.
Yes.
Comprised of 49 magnificent states, and also New Jersey.
And also New Jersey.
Yes.
Yes.
So, take the knowledge of the exciting of train and share it with all the
Spread the
carols and
word.
chimbos in your life.
Spread the word. Spread the word.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
So, General, good evening. Glad to have you here. You arrived at like the exact right time.
Did I know?
Yeah, for the exciting of train.
Yes. Ironically, I just changed my intro sound to convoy instead of the exciting of trains.
Yes.
So what's going on? What's happening? What did I miss? Aside
So-
from the exciting of trains.
We are continuing to organize everything on the Connelly Coal and Lumber Company, Suffering Southern, whatever you want to call it. Whoa. Look at that sweet hatch action. Whoa.
Hatta.
Yes. By the way, for those who are wondering, I would love to redo some of my notifications for like super chats and memberships and stuff to feature some of the exciting of trains. So, if anyone has skills with that and would like to help me,
I can get you the sound clips.
I want the video of it too, though. That's the thing. I need like the video so
Oh,
I can
that-
chop it up.
That's easy.
But yes.
Ladies
I
and
can-
gentlemen, Mr. Conway Twitty. Oh, we didn't have that one ready to go. Whoops.
Bravo.
Gentlemen and ladies.
Take your time.
I forget what I was going to say. It was very important, but now I can't remember.
Something about Conway Twitty?
Was it eggs? I hope it was the eggs.
It was the
Eggs.
eggs. Okay. Back. Shit. I'm sorry. I'm having a day. Please forgive the Sam. The Sam.exe is not working. I need to update it.
Are you having a long short stroke?
My brother in Christ. I don't even know up and down right now. My life is just not. It's not good. I'm sleeping 3 hours a night. Anyway.
He's stroking.
Yeah.
That's what he'd be doing.
Yeah.
Look up the song
My-
"Stroking" by just look up the song "Stroking" after this. We won't play it on stream, but that'll give you another laugh.
I think I know the song you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways,
So. Hi, Andrew.
hi.
You know how I never plug anything ever on your channel, right?
Yes, you should make a plug if
Okay.
you so feel like it.
I'm going to do that. So, hello, assembled masses of the angry of the Church of the Ragtimer. I come with news. So later this week, as some of you know, not going to get into it or turn it into a pity party. My father passed away. things are not going well here. But in a tribute to him, I'm going to be making a memorial run sometime this week. I don't have a day picked out yet, but we are going to be taking the still in development Norfolk and Western J-Class 484 from Andrews to Asheville. One way, one trip. The reason for that is that my father had a particular interest in that project specifically. So we're going to go from one end of the railroad to the other. And yeah, that's what we're doing. We're making a memorial run. Got the engine kind of dolled up for that, thanks to the efforts of Iowa and Aspen and a whole bunch of other people. So keep your eyes peeled on our Discord for news about that. If you're interested, it'll probably be later in the evening. It'll be a weeknight. I have no idea how long of the run time of that thing because I've never actually run from one end to the other, so we'll just we'll all get in there and drink a beer about it. You know, tell some stories, and yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So, yeah.
So if you're not already, subscribe to WNCRR YouTube channel, join their Discord, and learn more about all the cool stuff that they are doing. And to participate in your own way with that event. Or not. I'm not your dad. I'm not your mom either. That would be kind of weird.
Yeah.
Unless you want me to be... No, I'm kidding. Let's not
No,
make it any weirder than it is.
Stop.
So I do have one question. Yes, Asheville, NC. Thanks to the mod by Erezian that now opens that up. I need to give a big thanks to Erezian because he's been a member of our server for quite a while, and I just kind of thought that would be a good idea, and I talked to him, and he was like, hell yeah, go for it. And I'm like, all right, buddy, cool. Thank you. Appreciate it. So, yeah. Words, they got to come out of my mouth. 1 second. Help. Right. Thank you, Angry, for letting me plug that. I don't like doing that elsewhere, but you know, it's gonna be a fun one. I hope. Hopefully, we don't crash the game, derail the train, etc. So, yeah, there's my plug.
And there you go. Cool.
Alright, well, I have got to go out in the snow and rescue the Alex from the clutches of the winter.
Ah, yes, from Snow Miser.
Yes, I have to go do that. I will return, or you'll probably done by the time I get back. Anyway, as always, Angry, thank you so much for having me on. I apologize for crashing the stream, but I greatly appreciate it.
Always a pleasure having you. Feel free to stop by any time.
I will, buddy. General, Gary,
Yes.
I will talk to you all later. Y'all have a blessed evening, and I'll catch you on the next one, boys.
Catch you later.
See ya.
Catch you later. So what else do we have that needs to be done?
Well, I'm switching out the sawmill right now. And we need to run a big train back to Silva.
Speaking of which, I may or may not be on
The E-units.
Yes. Currently working to get those turned around.
Okay. Because basically, I'm going to have stuff for you at Whittier. There's a bit more coal hoppers at Kirkland that could go.
Okay.
There? Because I had brought some more.
Yeah, there's like 4 or
already
5
on.
or 6 more hoppers already down there.
Jeez,
And
that
then
was quick.
there's also stuff
they
up
did
at
fast.
What's it called? Montrose, if we so desire to bring those cars down. So, needless to say, we have options, but yes, the E's should head east with the big train, because in-game time it is currently 16:56, so about 5 o'clock. 7. No, 5. I was right the
5.
first time. Military time doesn't exist. It's just a fake thing that the military complex created to confuse you. But, yeah, because by the time we run a big train east, it'll be about time for us to kick the days over. So, and then we'll have all sorts of fun stuff to do.
The exciting of trains.
When do we have the interest payment? In approximately 7 hours, 4 minutes. Which we could actually pay down the debt by another $1,000.
I was just about to mention that.
So we shall do that. Man, if only it was easy to pay down real life debt as the easy as this. And, Nevada County Railroad fan. Sorry, I was caught monologuing with $5 saying, this is for that bad joke, bad angry. So, I am now in first person. And let me get my timer pulled up. Hold on. Do. Okay. And now we are there. Okay.
Oh,
So-
this is General's 10-wheeler up here on Montrose.
Yep. You can use it if you'd like. I think I still had some stuff to do up there. Like, I think I still had to finish switching it over to...
The other side.
Yeah.
Yes, and I know that there's some stuff currently up at, is that log train already ready to come back down? Cheese and rice. Okay.
He's not here,
His spirit is with us at all times.
apparently.
Okay.
This is a lot of EMD prime mover.
And you love it. Don't lie.
Well, I actually had to go through and change all the prime mover sounds because apparently most of them were set to default. One was set to the BW prime mover.
The Baldwin?
Yeah, the Baldwin prime mover, so they're now all EMD prime movers.
Excellent.
As the good
Angry,
Lord
your
and
Twitch
EMD
stream.
into
Oh,
the...
never mind. I was gonna say your Twitch stream died, but no, it's back. Must have been just my end.
Maybe Twitch was having a conniption.
Possible.
Wait, hold on. What?
What?
Oh, those cars rolled out.
What?
Oh,
Did you not set a handbrake?
apparently not.
And why didn't you set a handbrake?
Because I'm a terrible person with a very ugly butthole. I don't know.
What?
Don't worry about it. I'm tired and weird.
Boy. Oh,
Yeah,
did
I
they
think
ever
it
ship
was
your...
Twitch that was having the issue?
Yeah, YouTube never went down.
Did they ever ship you your baggage, by the way?
Yes, it arrived at around 3:30, 4 o'clock, I believe.
Wonderful. Alright, so I have gotten the first string of coal hoppers. I am going to go to the next string. Is there anything else in Bryson that needs to come this way?
I don't believe so.
Doesn't really look like there's anything in Bryson proper right now. Here's a question. I know well, I guess there's no real point in us getting the second, or like the base game Bryson roundhouse and yard, is there?
Well, we have better.
That's what I was saying. Is there's no point to us getting the better, or the base game Bryson yard and roundhouse.
Correct.
Unless you just want to for the funny.
I mean, we could, but
Mega yard. Then when we run all the way to Andrews.
no. I already told someone the only way I'll go to Andrews if one individual person, donates $500 to make it happen. Because I don't
tempt
want to.
Red marble calls.
No, it does not. Yes, there's a logging operation at the top of it, but no.
I think it'd be funny. Just because it would be open doesn't mean we have to operate there all the time.
That's true. We could easily choose which industries to run on that line, but that would also mean that poor Midland would have to run the passenger train all the way to San Jose.
But do you think he would complain about it?
No.
It'd be a nice long run.
Frankly, it might get him less on top of us if we're switching or doing other stuff.
Because right now he's kind of sailing the Queen Mary in a bathtub.
Yes.
In a certain respect, because he's just going back and forth. Back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Alright. Mildly big train is assembled. 50 cars, 5,100 tons, heading out.
Excellent. The train's only going to get bigger.
Yes.
Apparently Twitch is still having issues. Well, if you're ever on Twitch and you're still having issues, come over to YouTube. We have cookies and beer. Do we actually, though? I don't know. That's for you to find out if you make the switch over. Aw, damn it.
What'd you do? What'd you do?
Don't worry about it. 1, 2, buckle my poo.
Uh-huh.
Huh.
Alright, well I'm spooling up the engines.
Spooling as usual, I say.
Yes. Well, I'm about to I'm giving her the beans and I'm about to crash the gate doing 98.
Saying let them drivers roll 10-4.
Yes, actually.
So we crashed the gate doing 98. I says let them truckers roll 10-4.
I got sound clips now. I'm actively, steadily growing the CW McCall library.
Why did I just get sent? There's apparently another train show in Baltimore in 3 weeks.
What?
There's a model train show in Baltimore in 3 weeks.
You going?
I could go on the Sunday of that event. Because I have to work an event for the railroad on the Saturday. But then I could be down there Sunday and That's where I got the caboose and those 2 flat cars, General.
Oh. You think you might find another smoking hot deal?
I don't know, but that's the thing. Is there's that question of what if. You don't know. But I can't. Like, let's put it like this. I got my check cleared from the venue that I performed at over the weekend, and you know where all that money went?
Your model train?
No, credit card debt.
Ah.
So,
Because you have $30,000 in credit card debt?
yes. When they call for payment, I tell them I can't pay it back yet.
Credit card debt?
So on the one flip, now one of my credit cards is not nearly as bad as it was before,
That's good.
but it's still up there to the point that I'm like, eh.
But tomorrow you might buy a brand new dining room set?
Or this Boba Fett.
Credit card debt?
Credit card debt, credit card debt.
Credit card debt. Yeah. Ah, the windows slide down. Ah, look at that.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, they do have the crank. Oh, the crank works.
You heard it here first, folks. General's cranking it right now.
I am cranking it in the cab of the locomotive. Just sitting here cranking it, and by it I mean the window. It's got like the old school, just crank down style window.
Crank down for what?
Crank down for what? I'm mildly concerned. I am heading upgrade right now out of Bryson, and I'm gaining speed, but not at a rate I would have thought.
Yes. Okay, so the good news is more of these cars are turning over in the yard. However, they're not turning over fast enough, and they're also inconveniently placing, so I can't just switch them out easily. Stupid cars. So we're going to go ahead and get these over there. Actually, I'm going to AI this for just a second because I want to investigate. Okay, so you could do your thing over there, little train. But up here on Connelly Creek, did that train or that load of logs already get done? Yes. Yes, it did. Alrighty. We're going to multitask because I'm going to try to get as much stuff for General as I can. So, thank you. We're going to AI you to go up the hill and go get those cars. Because the other question is, what's going on at Montrose right now? Oh, I see the 401 is working on Montrose. Excellent.
Ding, ding, ding.
You know what, 410, you're being dumb. You're going to go my way. Alrighty. I feel like you should buy a horse. That would take care of things. No, the horse would just make everything worse. It would shit everywhere. Just like that one guy at the train show.
What?
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 Don't worry about it.
Feel like I missed something.
No, I'm just being a dumbass.
Ah.
More shrimpy. We don't need
We don't have a
shrimpy.
shrimpy.
We don't have a shrimpy.
We have critter. It's close enough.
We do have the critter.
Oh,
That's-
speaking of weird things like that, General, when you get a chance, number 2 needs to be renamed. It currently is Montrose Flyer, and it's not at Montrose anymore.
Oh, is it?
It's at Bryson now.
Okay, yeah, I'll take care of that. I feel like I'm dragging something. Okay, there's no way that 4F units, or excuse me, 4E units are struggling this much with a 50-car train up this hill.
Keep in mind the two front engines are AA rather than E5.
What does that mean?
They're the
The
ones...
less powerful ones.
Oh.
No, it's just the front one, though. The other two, both the B units, I'm pretty sure, are the full-fledged ones.
Yeah, it's just the A units are not E5.
Well, just the 1A unit, right? Or both A units, though.
I thought both A units were AA.
Why did we get both A units AA?
I thought that was what the option was.
Yeah, both the A units are the AAs. Because I'm kind of struggling up the hill right now. Like, I'm in notch 8, and I'm doing 15 mile an hour up the hill right now.
That doth sound
So what-
like a terrible time for you.
So what I'm hearing is we need more B units.
What? What kind of hornswoggle are you trying to...
I think we need 2 more B units. Or an A unit that's not half power.
I let 2 cars come down the mountain from Montrose that are sitting just after the first switch into Whittier. On the track from Montrose.
Okay. I mean, I'm doing 23 mile an hour approaching L right now, for reference.
So what you're saying is we should go get one of the steam engines and assist.
Well, there is a big steam engine in Bryson, it's just a little damaged.
There's others that
I
can be brought
mean-
up.
Yeah, but at the same time, I feel like this is a problem that can be solved.
Don't say it. Don't say it, General.
Cause I'm just thinking, I'm just thinking, just a thought. If we were to, you know, I don't know, you know, add another B unit. That would solve all these problems.
I think General's smoking the devil's lettuce and he's got terrible ideas.
I just want to see a streamlined set going around at actual proper track speeds. I mean, I'm doing 27 now, but there was a section there coming out of Gov Island that I was struggling.
I like what Dave Hensel said.
What's that?
He said,
What I'm hearing is you need more GP40.
GP40?
Yeah, apparently.
I'm assuming he meant SD.
I'd like an SD40-2 high hood, arranged in the southern configuration as the good Lord intended.
It's an option. If people want to sponsor the locomotive,
Sponsor dieselization.
yes.
Look, all I'm gonna say though is that if we're gonna keep a E unit set, any additional power has to be additional E units.
Because you could see them and use them.
Exactly. Well, we just gotta make sure it's a matching set. I'm not stopping to get those cars from up at the top of Kirkland, by the way. Unless someone wants to bring them down. Anyone?
What?
I'm working on Montrose.
I'm working
Okay.
at Whittier to,
Well, they're gonna get left there for the next train, I guess.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Build It Funky
What?
with $60 donation saying, coal for the Garden Railroad. Add a slug to the ABSBA. I will give in for another B, though. Holy shit.
Jeez, $60. Wow. So does that mean I'm getting my B unit?
Sounds like it. Okay, so let's see here.
Probably the simplest thing would be for me to come to a stop somewhere, or
I mean, I could have them all waiting for you when you get here.
that works too. But I mean, we gotta configure the paint scheme, right?
We just copy a couple.
Okay, yeah, that works.
Yeah, if it's a B unit, couple one of the existing B units to it, and then uncouple the other one so you don't screw up the other ones, and then just copy it.
Yeah.
That
So,
works.
Build It Funky, do you want 2 B units? Because your donation would technically qualify for 2 engines or 2 pieces of rolling stock. So,
Get a B unit and something else.
yeah, because he said add a slug to the ABSBA. I will give in for another B unit, though, so we can get a B unit. We could get a high hood. An SD40-2 high hood.
Finally.
And have it with the Southern.
Finally.
We don't have slugs.
I don't think there are. Did we have a slug?
I think the B unit's the closest thing we have to a slug.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's an actual. I mean, there is the weird flat face
Rock
one.
Island one.
But that might
B
look just
unit
out
in
of
a
place.
cab. I mean, if it's in the middle of the train, is it really out of place? Unless it's not able to be colored the same.
I mean, the biggest thing though is why would we have that though?
Oh, that's right, because
I mean,
that B unit is the that's the silver one. Okay, hold on. Get rid of that. There it is. Okay, Build It Funky is decreed would support SD40-2 high hood.
Wonderful. Be wise, Diesel Eyes. You know, I hate to say it,
Do you need the
But- I do need the B unit, but I was gonna say the SD40-2 could be the Montrose locomotive.
Oh my that actually is not a bad idea.
That could be the Montrose local.
If you do put it up here, you can put it over where I am. We can send 401, is it? Down to
Yeah.
be used next time.
Yeah.
And I can work with something I'm used to working with.
Excellent.
Show me what you got. What is that ahead of me? I'm seeing 2 random cars rolling away from me.
That is the B
That's-
unit and moving cars into the yard for you.
You just got the B unit running. Okay.
Apparently up here is a hill in the opposite direction.
What just happened?
Yeah, what did just happen?
That was up here on Montrose. There was a hill going in the opposite direction. I didn't realize.
50
I didn't have
damage.
enough knowledge.
50%. What the heck's going on up there? Oh, my mashed potatoes and gravy.
Oh, my southern bread. Biscuits and gravy.
Oh, my biscuits and gravy.
Up, Margaret, break out some biscuits. They got some newfangled shit going up in here.
Up in here, up in here.
Up in here. Yeah, for reference, I'm doing 22 into Eastwood here right now. Are you just like zooming ahead with the B unit?
Yes.
Jeez. Alright. I've just cleared the...
Oh, shit.
Grade Did you just derail? Angry?
I stopped.
Did you almost run into something?
My AI engines were stupid.
Ah.
How
Well,
close are you?
Do I need... I meant to lie.
Slow your roll just a little bit. Please.
Did we almost have another issue like the one that we didn't see?
No one saw anything.
Oh, you're right there.
I'm getting out of your way.
The train is coming in. The train is about to depart. With that familiar sound. Is my switch lined? Angry?
Yeah,
Is my switch lined?
it should be.
Okay.
So at least that wreck up here, the 401 did not get damaged by it.
Well, that's good.
That is good. 'Cause that's exactly what we would need is another damaged locomotive. What is? Look at it go, the little B unit, just all over there by itself.
If you want to drop your train on the main there, we can go ahead and get the B unit on, and then just have you shove up the slug up the front.
So stop. You're saying stop the
Stop the train,
here?
yeah, because then you could back up everything and then go.
Okay, that works.
God, it's hard to believe. My coal's paid off now. And my charcoal and my lamp oil was like $20, so... Man, I'm gonna have all my fuel for my live steam engine. Whenever the shit it gets here.
But
All right. A unit has detached. Okay. So that's detached. Let's see if this has enough. I don't know if this is going to have enough gumption to push this.
Yes, my garden railroad, I have one engine that'll run on real coal, and the other one will run on butane.
My locomotive smells like coal.
This locomotive is filled with bees. Thousands and thousands of bees.
Oh, Lord have mercy. That's a problem.
What's the problem?
So the B units, I tried to uncouple them, and they are now just in notch 8.
Did you un-MU them?
Apparently.
Wait, there's someone running them.
No, they were MU'd. That's the problem. So they were MU'd, and then I knuckled back into them apparently. Hold on. If I do that, and then I select this, and then unselect it, unthrottle it. Okay, there it goes. Yeah, because I was trying to use the A unit to push away. Okay, now the second B unit, or the third B unit, can make its debut. Why is it number 8?
I don't know.
Probably just whatever it spawned in as.
I guess. I want to know where the horn on this thing is, because it's got one. There's a lot of trains going around over here.
So are we getting the SD40?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
I was just trying to get some stuff in motion while General was dinking around.
That was not clear. That boxcar was not clear. It was green.
Oh, should we run this thing long hood forward?
Yes.
Did you
Is it
get the high hood?
I got the high hood.
Then
Yes,
yes,
is
that
it
is the
not-
forward.
Already, it should already be configured that way, shouldn't it?
Yeah, it's automatically forward is the high hood. Or
Alright,
long
so
hood,
let's
whatever the term is.
equipment, customize, scroll down to the bottom, copy to couple. Wonderful.
Anybody else's YouTube chat disconnect? Oh, never mind, it reconnected. Never seen that happen before.
What's that?
Chat disconnected on YouTube and then reconnected.
Huh. Let's see, customize that. Uh-oh. Oh no, please, please, game, don't. It's gonna do it. It's gonna
Not
do
liking just copying it.
Well, it copied it just fine, and now it's just gonna sit here and crash.
Oh, your game is crashing.
My game is actively crashing, yes. And there it is.
I don't know what color scheme Southern Green is supposed to be.
Does
We
it
have-
not have the automatic livery available?
It does not. It has the
had-
the striping and stuff, but not.
We can.
Oh, wait, hold on.
We have the technology.
I just need paint codes.
Shouldn't it? You can literally see what the default for Southern off of one of the other locomotives, like the E units, is. I had one that was close. Hold on.
Okay.
Let's see. Try, unless you already got it.
What should my base color be?
Well, the code I got is, pound 0A3815.
Okay.
That turn out good enough?
Yes. Okay, that green came out looking pretty good.
Okay.
Now I have to find the white. Let's see
Is
here.
it just white?
I had to get the paint here. What was that code again?
The code for the southern green?
Yeah.
Or the sort of southernish green?
Yes.
Pound 0A3815.
Okay.
Okay, so now I can cut that out and MU it. And then I can cut the final A unit out and MU it. Then I can take this and then just put it all together.
I forgot just how many different things can be colored on that thing.
It's kind of ridiculous. But I love it.
Astrocat, it is American Southern.
Yes, American Southern, not to be confused with the other Southern. The British Southern, yeah.
That was his question. Was it American Southern or British Southern?
Never British Southern.
Never, ever British Southern. We're in America here. We're in America, running an American railroad. It's gonna be American Southern.
Okay. Cut lever should probably be yellow, the same color as the striping.
Really? Look at this set. Look at this set. Isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think these locomotives are complete?
I have no
Alright,
idea how
I'm gonna
accurate
run-
this car is going to be, but
I can critique you, don't worry. I think, well, we're not exactly going for historical accuracy here, are we?
not exactly.
Because we've kind of thrown that out the window some time ago. Alright, I'm going to just pull past this and then back onto the whole thing, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, that boxcar's not clear. I'm scraping down the entire set right now. Just
You're saying that like
Just
it's a bad
absolutely
thing.
demolishing the side of the E-unit set. I got a lot of cars to go past. Do we have a caboose here or no?
We
I
don't.
believe it's in Dillsboro.
Nah. We need to start. We need to actually start using caboose. We've kind of just embraced the modern MO of not running caboose.
Correct. Oh. Oh, that's a smart looking locomotive right there.
Is it?
It's getting
How
there.
smart is it? How smart is it? Ooh, it is looking good. I like that. Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot. That's a good looking locomotive. I like that. Oh yeah, I forgot I had 3 random flats on the end of this. Eh.
Yeah, they came from Kirkland.
Yeah, it's probably from the lumber yard, right? Or the
I think
timber.
two were supplies, one was lumber or
Gotcha.
timber or whatever they call it.
Yeah, the timber transfer. No, that's broad top. The timber, timber supply.
Yeah. Watch your vernacular there, sonny boy.
Vernacular. I barely know her.
Whoa.
Why is this not something screwy? Alright, which one of you is not cut out? You. Okay. Found the odd one.
Radioactive.
What's that?
Radioactive.
Oh.
Let's
Not
see.
hauling through the middle of Spartanburg with going to Savannah River. I don't remember if I told you that or not. Apparently that's just something CSX does, is just haul radioactive waste.
Oh, good. I love radioactive waste.
It's a ridiculous car if you ever see it. It's like a massive lead cube.
Okay. Sync options walkway.
Sync options.
The tread. Edges. Okay.
Perfect.
Okay, so I just need to make that. Okay. Get it.
I'm 1 off. I'm sitting at 68 cars.
Well, it's okay, because you'll have more, and I'm going to be behind you helping to push, so...
Or are you going to be the pusher on the back?
I mean, I got to try out the new
That's
toy.
That's actually a very fitting horn. That's like the horn for all the locals in my area.
And if you
And
give
not-
it a little bit, there's going to be more cars from Montrose ready to go, including some Pulpwood.
Ooh.
Well, do you want me to wait?
I mean, you're going to have to build that big train up no matter what.
I mean, I all I have left to do is hook onto those 2 boxcars behind me.
That's what you think, Sonny. Aw, man. Locomotive controls.
Heard a ding. What was that ding?
Trying to get it. Trying to start up my locomotive.
Oh, this is.
And I forget how to do this.
I think you can also just do it like F11, right?
That's what I'm trying to do.
Another way you can do it, auto-engineer it for like a second. That will start it up.
Oh, that's not a bad idea.
Let the AI do it.
There it is.
Hey, banana bread is
Wait.
fixed.
Number 3. Oh. Number 4 is still absolutely dirt. Alright, well, do I need to sit here and hold for more cars, or do I need to go ahead and go? Because there's several in the sawmill that need to be changed out.
We're not going to wait for the
No,
sawmill.
man down.
Do you want me to wait for Connelly Creek?
Hold on, let's see what we got here. You know what? Let me just tack my my sweet ass onto your train, and I'll act as a pusher.
Alright, well, I'll go ahead and start rolling then.
Okay.
You can couple at speed. Get it! Get it! Power!
Bet you didn't think we would have this tonight. Frickin'
The diesels.
dieselization has arrived on the Suffering Southern.
Dieselization. The rise of diesels. Revenge of the diesels. How close are you?
I'm now lined for the same track as you.
I hate to say it, you could have rammed down to the other end of the yard. I'm doing 20. Do you want me to slow down?
No, I'll pick up. I'll play catch up here.
Okay.
But I will get myself out of
Out of first person?
no. I almost want to run it. Someone forced me to be in first person so I can run this long hood forward in first person.
You don't have to be forced to be in first person to do that. That's the thing.
But some
Well,
people
or
might
someone-
say, you know.
Or someone could force you to be in first person.
Oh yeah, one thing I learned with those: if you jump in the seat by doing Control 0, you'll be looking sideways.
Yeah, because the seats are oriented sideways because at the control stand. I told you wrong, by the way, Angry.
What?
I don't think it was the GP. I don't remember if it was that locomotive in the roundhouse that we saw that I operated, because I think there was also a Southern SD40-2.
Thank you, Bandon.
I can't remember if it was the Norfolk and Western GP9 or the Southern SD40-2 that I ran.
You mean you lied to me?
Potentially.
But you're my friend. And you've betrayed me. How fast you say you're going?
25.
Okay.
Also, that boxcar at the end of my train is in absolutely horrible condition.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
It's at 61%. And I did not check any of my bearings, by the way. This could be interesting. Drywall.
Oh, I thought it was a wet wall.
I'm now doing 28, by the way.
I'm trying to catch up.
There
Oh, and
shouldn't
I
be a
was wrong about the
surprise.
pulpwood. They go over to Wilkinson Rayon.
Do they?
Yeah, I thought they were for Silva, but no, they're not.
How fast are you going right now?
30.
Then I should slow down from 45.
How close are you? Oh. There you are. Doing 32.
Understood.
You're just standing there, sitting behind me menacingly. Calmly approach the rear of the train.
Don't spook it.
Then gently, but firmly, knuckle in.
I'm
There we
helping
go.
now. Do you want me to cut out my
Yeah.
brakes?
I don't even think you really have to tie your brakes in, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah, unless you just want to.
I'm just asking, you know, so we can go over the hill together.
Over the hill and through the river.
To your mom's house.
We go.
Derail? No, I'm not going to derail this thing.
I'd rather us not derail the brand new shiny E units after all the other locomotives we've had get dinked up just since we've started this railroad. I don't think we've had another single locomotive that's been at 100% since the railroad started.
401 currently is.
Yeah, but it's brand new. I don't expect it to last very long. Actually, it didn't even last the night it got there. Because it ran into the back of the F units, remember?
Oh, that's
Or-
right, when you couldn't see them.
Yeah.
Cars that used to be attached to the F unit.
Yeah, because I ran into banana bread. So far, the E units are the only ones. Well, the E units in the new SD40 are the only ones I think that have not foreseen, not seen any kind of accident. We're actually doing 36 right now.
Yeah, because I'm pushing your fat ass.
Wow. Tell
In
me how you
Notch
really
8.
feel. I've been in Notch 8. Tell me how you really feel. That engine does sound good. What prime movers in that? Is that just default?
I think it's the default one.
It sounds good.
Oh, wait, I have the Baldwins in there right now.
Eh. Diversity.
I believe that was an old wooden ship that used to sail during the old time days.
Wouldn't surprise me. This is high-speed freight now. Roller freight. You know, I didn't think about it, but now that I do, is the paint scheme on these E units very similar to the Timken roller bearing commercial E unit, F unit, Beasley
Maybe.
unit? Kinda.
Hmm.
Hmm.
So we're going 40. Do you want me to slow down at all, or are we good?
I think we're okay.
We'd all feel better with 7 Jeeps. Wow. Wow.
I
I'm gonna
think
steal
we're-
410 to help on Montrose.
I think we're okay. That's fine. Please don't derail it in a tunnel.
I won't, because I'm gonna auto-engineer it up to where 401 is.
Please don't let the auto engineer derail it in a tunnel.
Have you ever put butter on a Pop-Tart? It's so freaking good.
It's so freaking good. Alright, we might actually want to just throttle back just a hair. I don't know, because I don't know what the max speed through here is. I think it's all technically 30, right?
Close-ish.
I mean, nothing's come off yet. But we're about to start going up grade too.
Yeah.
So maybe it's good to maintain a little speed.
Well, I still have it at notch 8.
So do I. This poor dude still broke down at the crossing.
Poor.
Someone seriously needs to just come over here with a pair of jumper cables, give him a quick jump start. I think the amperage meter's broken.
Oh, we're going 43. Oh. You good up there?
Yeah. Yeehaw NASCAR, let her rip. We're hitting the grade. We're hitting the grade. I'm hitting the curve. The grade.
The hill.
The hill. I'm hitting the ground. No, not yet.
I was about to say son of a gun.
I don't think I've ever derailed going uphill.
Are you saying you should?
Not necessarily, but I don't think I've ever been going fast enough to derail uphill. I mean, we've dropped speed. Ooh, this is the curve I'm slightly worried about. Ooh. Yep, we're good. The tunnel is in sight.
Okay.
There's been a cave-in.
What?
We're gonna hit it. We're gonna crash. Did you notch back? Or...
I did.
Okay. Was wondering about that. Wait, hold up a minute. I gotta look when we get through the other side of the tunnel at something. Nope, we're good.
Are we good? Oh, my timer's done.
Are you getting out of first person now?
Yes.
Okay.
I wanted to run Long Hood forward, and I couldn't see shit from back here.
Prototypical running. Real talk, were the E units just like this, where there was like no firewall between the engineer and the prime mover?
Maybe.
I think the guy who made them said he has to add the wall in.
Ah. Because I was gonna say, I don't think that would be a very conducive for crew comfort long term.
Just got to bring your noise canceling headphones with you. That's all.
Ah, yes. Standard issue equipment, circa
Yes.
1940 something.
And some
1950
earplugs.
something. Also
Back
standard
then,
issue.
they probably said, "Screw it, you can handle it."
No, that's exactly what they did. Is they just gave you a weird look if you asked for ear protection.
Excellent. Chat, should I do a funny?
What?
All I need is a yes or no, chat.
That doesn't. I don't like that. What do you do? Why'd you just uncouple my E units? You hijacking my train?
Maybe.
You just Did you just apply brake, or are you just slowing down naturally?
I don't know. What did I do?
What did you do?
What did I do?
What did he do? Did he do? Oh, that's approaching. He is the train that is approaching. That's approaching pretty fast.
You were fine.
I don't know how to tie the air back in. That's the key. Oh,
You were
got it,
saying?
okay. Yes. By the way, I changed up the caboose a little bit since it's essentially just a billboard at this point.
What did you do?
Nothing.
I'm your caboose.
Oh no, not the locomotive. The caboose is sitting in the yard.
God damn it.
It's essentially just a billboard at this point because it
Yeah.
never moves.
Maybe we should put it on the other side of the yard so that as we're hooking up to leave the interchange, we can easily hook up to it at the end of the train.
Yeah.
Because in Dillsboro, where it's sitting, is the opposite direction our trains will be moving.
Hmm.
Yeah. Probably. Well, the problem. Well. Yeah. The issue is all the spur tracks that you wouldn't want to run into anyways are facing towards Silva. So it just kind of makes it inconvenient unless you're actually using the switcher to switch things.
Well, isn't there yard tracks in the interchange area now?
There are, I think.
Are they through tracks or are they spurs? So if they're spurs, we can put in one of those.
I think there's both. There's also a gigantic engine shed over there. Are you pushing at all back there, Mr. Ragtimer?
Only when I'm needed.
I think you might be needed.
Nah, I don't think so.
I think we need another B unit, is what I think.
General, you can't be this tired already.
Sure I can. I'm an adult. I can be tired at early times. Also, I think the vision out of the E unit front window kind of sucks.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't
How
know if
would
this.
give any of that idea?
Oh, the fact that I can't hardly see to the left. ding 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 ding.
Here comes Whitey.
Yeah, I should probably zoom ahead and double check and make sure that the switch is not lined into the Y. Nope, we're good. Hey, guess what's sitting over there in Silva?
What?
More interchange cars.
We don't need it.
I think we do.
Nah.
Alright. Well, we are in Silva.
So I think 1,766 tons is too much for 401 and 410 combined.
Really?
I'm now rolling the opposite direction despite full throttle and full reverser.
Huh. Yeah. That line up there very definitely encourages either smaller trains or ridiculously powerful locomotives.
Okay.
I mean, I was only trying to move 13 cars worth of pulpwood that each have 70 tons of pulpwood on them.
13
Yeah.
cars, and what do you get?
Plus
A lot of
few,
pulpwood.
plus a few full gondolas.
Well, the gondolas may be... Well, between the pulpwood and the gondolas, that may be where you're getting all that weight.
It's all the pulpwood.
Yeah, it's mostly the pulpwood.
Alright, I think we're lined into a... Yeah, we're lined into a cleared track.
So I do need to get going, so I'm going to leave these where they are.
Okay.
And I guess we can figure out how to get them off of there next time.
Yep. We can do that.
Or if somebody else happens to come up here, they can deal with it.
That sounds like
Okay.
a plan. Now, is General lined for a safe track?
I was. Unless you came up here and screwed
No,
with
you're still safe.
it. Or am I?
Have a good night, guys.
See you, Garion.
See you, Garion. And just like that, all my frame rate is gone.
That is true.
With one swift motion of the camera, I will send my frame rate into oblivion.
And remember, I can also cut off and help or do whatever on my end.
Honestly, I would say like when I get down to this other end, anything that's sticking out, we just switch into the track immediately to the right.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm not pushing at this point. I'm just here
I'm
for.
just coasting for the vibes.
Yes. For the memes.
The memes. The southern memes.
Yes.
Alright, how far does this track extend?
probably all the way it goes.
Yeah, pretty darn close. It goes as far as it goes.
Almost like it was designed that way.
Crazy thought. Couldn't have been.
Just tell me if you need an e-stop.
I'm good. I'm just trying to bring it to a nice, gentle, controlled, and dump it. Dump it. There it is. Perfect.
$1 of damage.
Only $1. Honestly, I'll take that at this point.
Let me find my goddamn locomotive.
Alright, let me swap around which locomotive's the head end. I guess that is the neat thing about running an ABBA set, is you don't have to worry about turning your locomotives around.
Correct.
You know, I just realized something.
What?
In the Exciting of Trains, they show a scene where they're turning a pair of F units that are both A units around on the turntable.
Yeah.
But why though?
Because that's what Jesus commandeth.
The Lord said unto thee, let there be F units, and it was good.
And they said let there be E units, and they were actually visible, and it was better.
Yeah. Alright.
Okay. Let's see how much money we'll get out of this.
Will it clear?
Will it blend?
Only by the letter of the law does it clear. The letter of the BS game engine.
BNSF?
It's the BNSF game engine. Ah, yes, the BNSF, known for their famous gaming systems.
Yes.
This is a whole lot of diesel to be maneuvering.
Yes, it is.
So, I should probably put these in the engine house then, yes?
Yes.
Okay. They actually fit in the engine house?
No.
Oh wow, we have a lot of locomotives down here. What do we have? We have the T1, the articulated thing. And then the actual switcher.
Oh, this only has a front headlight. Jesus.
What? What do you mean it's only got a front headlight?
It's not giving me the option for a back headlight.
Really?
Yeah.
But it's there.
Well, that's what the game's doing, so...
That's odd.
Yep. All right, we're going to pay down some more debt.
Oh, hi, Midland.
Hello.
You're
Back.
just in time for the train to depart.
Excellent.
And so will our stream, because I've been streaming for almost 4 hours. So we're going to put the engines away. We're going to not immediately kick over the day, because we may come back on a future stream and continue to get stuff moved down here to the interchange, because we got to make all the money we can to pay down the debt. And that's what we'll do. So thank you, everyone, for tuning in and for all your support and love. If you're new here, do consider liking the stream. Hitting that thumbs up icon really helps me with the YouTube algorithm. Share the stream with your friends, whether it be on Discord, social media, whatever you got. Tell your friends. And a huge thank you to all of our channel members and our subscribers over on Twitch. You guys are awesome. I always appreciate all the support. We'll see you at another time. But take care and see you next time.